What's happening, folks? You're tuned into another episode of Xposure, exposing local talent across Toronto, the GTA, and the rest of the world. I am your host, Isaac, and for today we have a local painter slash 3D artist by the name of Jude. So Jude, it's a pleasure to have you on my show today.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Okay, so tell us, who is Jude?
Jude is an artist. I paint and I walk into 3D stuff. So Jude is a 3D artist right now.
Okay, nice. So how did you get into painting?
Yeah, I was born with the talent, and from the age of 4 I was drawing, and finally started painting at the age of 10.
Okay, so you actually started painting professionally at the age of 10?
Yeah, when I was growing up, I noticed I was drawing a lot, and my lineage, like my father was a poet, and I noticed we had that talent in our family. So
right.
I discovered I could draw, so I started doing much of that.
So you started exercising more to perfect it?
Yes, yeah, I started working hard to perfect it. I also had this talent of the sciences in me, but I tended more to the arts.
Okay, that's nice. So what are some of the challenges you faced when you first started painting?
Yeah, one of the challenges you face is your parents.
That's a big challenge.
That's a big challenge because they've gone through that way before, and they want you to do well in future. So
Right.
they want you to do study something that would help you make some good money,
For
and
sure.
probably fill up the vacuum they went through, But I had that coming, and along the line, I still saw myself going into the arts.
Right. At what point, when you were doing the arts and you were going through all these hard times, how did it start to change? When did it start to change?
Well, it started to change when finally I walked into studying fine arts in school, and having had so much problem trying to get into the other program I wanted to study, which was pharmacy. I couldn't get up to the cut-off mark, so I decided to now go back to study the arts, where I think I'll be happy,
Right.
doing what I wanted to do.
No doubt. Exactly.
Yeah.
So how was your experience like in the art program there?
Oh, in the art program, it was all freedom. There was this joy of seeing colors, meeting people, and being free, expressing the beauty of life,
Right.
which is art. So I really enjoyed studying the arts because it gave me a lot of freedom, and it helped me to be very creative. If you look at my paintings,
I've seen your paintings.
Are basically made up of woven lines,
Right.
short lines, dots, and long lines, woven together to form a team, right?
Right.
So, and I saw my lines moving, so I had wanted them to move more,
Right.
So I decided that I have to study a course which is related that will help my stuff to begin
For
to,
sure, no
to
doubt.
move,
It'll help your paintings come to life.
come to life. The right words you're using there, and so I went into animation, and along the line I almost felt like, like I shouldn't have been there, but after some time I knew that it was worthwhile going there, because now I know I'm much more experienced, having studied, the 2D and moved into the 3D. That is awesome for me.
So what are certain themes that you focus on while making your pictures?
Yeah, it's all about storytelling. Art is wonderful because
Exactly.
it allows you to tell stories. But art has made me to be able to tell the stories I have on my head, putting them down, and probably speaking for the voiceless.
Right.
Through some of the projects I've done in the past, like I walked into the orphanage home where we had some kids, and I did workshops that helped them to, bring out that hidden talent in them.
Right.
And
That's good. The workshops happened in Toronto? Or?
The workshops happened back home, in Australia, and when I came here, the workshops I had here was right in the Focus here, where we had some youths learning how to do animation and model,
Right.
the model stuff, and because I believe these kids are the foundation, and if they know the basics of this, then they will be able to begin to discover that they have a talent.
Exactly.
And
also, what are some projects that you worked on that you're proud of achieving?
Yeah, I'm so proud of the project I did with children. So proud because the blessing is still with me. It makes me younger.
Right, exactly.
It makes me happy because the kids keep on wanting more, like Oliver Twist. But we will continue to help the community by helping the foundation, which are the kids. These are the leaders of tomorrow. And with art, we make tomorrow. Because we try to help them discover their talents. And they begin to move, not just in the arts, they could enter the sciences, the pharmacists, the doctors, and using that talent they have. So I'm so happy with that project with children and the youths, especially the one I did here.
Okay.
Because that gives back to the community.
Okay.
Then I have other projects like some of the animations I've done in the past. I've had shows with the Toronto Library, Nuit de Blanche.
Nuit Blanche?
Nuit de Blanche.
Okay,
I was there in 2007, and in 2013 I was there for Nuit de Blanche.
That's great.
Then special thanks to the Toronto Library for giving so many artists the opportunity to actually show their works without paying anything for that. It's free. You just show your works if you're invited. So this is another project I did, showing my works there. And in the future, I hope to do more, especially when it comes to training. You
should do more, because honestly, I've seen your paintings and your animations. Like everything you do is just mind blowing.
Thank you. And it's like training the trainer. When you train them, they also train somebody else. And it continues to give a ripple effect because it continues to keep the community busy, and especially youths, they have to be busy right now.
Exactly, because there's just certain youth that are just too distracted nowadays too, and everything else.
So many distractions.
Yeah. There is a project that you showed me that you worked on called Rebirth. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, Rebirth was a project I did in school. The whole idea was the fact that in the short film, going through some turbulent times, just like and the tree didn't just die because we saw in the short film we saw a new tree growing out.
Okay.
So this new tree wouldn't have grown out, without the old tree dying. And some of the things I have to say about this is that for those that have talents, we shouldn't die with our talents. We should try to impart it on the younger, so they can grow with it and expand it the more.
We all learn from each other.
Yes, we all learn from each other. And the other thing is that there is still more to be learned from that project, because having been a Christian, right? I'm a Christian. I thought of the fact that our Lord Jesus Christ died and
for our freedom.
For our freedom, and new life was brought. He rose again, with new life. And that was part of the idea I had for putting that project together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. That's incredible.
Thank you.
Well, Jude, it's been great having you on our show today.
Thank you, Isaac. And the good work you guys are doing here, trying to get, discover local artists and help them, help them speak.
Exactly.
Their minds, and that helps a lot, Thank you so much for that.
Exactly. You're welcome. Anytime.
Thank you.
Well, folks, unfortunately, we've reached the time where we got to wrap up the show. So I'm your host, Isaac. On behalf of everybody else here, we're signing out. Stay tuned for next time.